Have you ever believed that diabetes always announces itself with loud, unmistakable warning signs? Maybe you've seen movies or TV dramas where the character suddenly collapses, sweating, clutching their chest, and it's clear to everyone, this is diabetes. We must act fast. But in real life, things are rarely so obvious. Let's be honest. Most of us want health threats to be loud, simple, and easy to notice. A flashing sign, a blaring alarm, a headline in bold letters. But what if the truth is much more silent and much more dangerous? What if some of the most important warning signs are gentle whispers, so quiet you barely notice them, or so common that you brush them off as just getting older? Before we dive in, I have one request. If you care about your health, or someone you love, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Now let's break some myths. For decades, doctors and magazines have repeated one message. If you get diabetes, you'll know. You'll be very thirsty, always running to the bathroom, losing weight for no reason. But the truth? Almost 1 in 2 adults living with diabetes don't know they have it. They live for years, sometimes decades, with silent symptoms, thinking it's just stress, just aging, or just life. By the time they get help, complications may already be building up: heart disease, nerve damage, vision problems. But you are here, and you are ready to learn. Today, I'll walk you through 10 of the most common diabetes symptoms you should never ignore. If you recognize yourself or a loved one in any of these stories, don't panic. But do take action, because early action can change everything. Let's get started. Symptom 1. Unusual fatigue when tiredness isn't just getting older. Let's begin with the one symptom that's so easy to overlook. Most people do: unusual fatigue. Meet Michael, 61, a retired school principal who always prided himself on being energetic. He played with his grandkids, kept his garden beautiful, even volunteered at the library. But over several months, Michael noticed something had changed. He started waking up tired, even after a full night's sleep. Afternoon naps turned from an occasional luxury into a daily necessity. He'd read a page of a book and forget what he'd just read. His friends joked that he was finally acting his age, but deep down, Michael wondered, is this really just age catching up? Here's the truth. While it's normal for energy to dip as we get older, a sudden or unusual wave of fatigue can be a silent red flag, especially for diabetes. Why? When blood sugar is chronically high, your body struggles to get energy from the food you eat. The glucose, the fuel your cells need, can't enter those cells properly. So your muscles, your brain, and even your mood run on empty, even when you're eating enough. Michael thought he just needed more rest, or maybe stronger coffee. But his doctor saw the warning signs, ran a simple blood test, and caught his diabetes before serious complications set in. Tips: keep a fatigue diary. Note how often you feel tired, and if there are patterns: after eating, in the morning, after exercise. Don't brush off new, unexplained fatigue, especially if it's interfering with daily life. If you're worried, see a doctor and ask for a blood sugar test. It's simple, fast, and could save years of trouble. Symptom 2. Excessive thirst. More than just, I forgot to drink water. Next is a symptom that masquerades as something harmless: excessive thirst. Let's talk about Linda, 58, who always carried a water bottle just in case. She joked that she was part fish because she could never go anywhere without a drink. But over a few months, her thirst seemed to take on a life of its own. She'd drink 2, 3, sometimes 4 liters of water a day. No matter how much she drank, her mouth felt dry like cotton. She'd wake up at night, desperate for a sip. Friends teased her about always needing the bathroom, but Linda started worrying. Why am I always so thirsty? What's wrong with me? Here's what's happening inside. When blood sugar levels are too high, your body tries to get rid of the excess glucose mainly through urine. This process pulls water from your tissues, leaving you feeling dry and thirsty. It's not just dehydration from a hot day or salty food. It's your body's SOS signal: something isn't right. If you're refilling your glass all day, or waking up at night thirsty, don't ignore it. especially if this is new for you. A viewer once wrote to me, "I used to think I just loved iced tea. Then my doctor explained it wasn't the tea, it was my body crying out for help." A simple blood test changed her life. What about you? Tips: notice any sudden increase in thirst, especially if paired with more frequent urination. Don't assume it's just the weather or exercise. Pairing this symptom with others in this list? Time to call your doctor. Symptom 3. Frequent urination when the bathroom becomes your best friend. The third symptom is one that can sneak up gradually: frequent urination. Let's meet Sarah, 64, who prided herself on her iron bladder. She could watch a whole movie, take a road trip, and never need a break. But lately things changed. She started waking up 2, 3, even 4 times a night to use the bathroom. At first, she blamed her new herbal tea. Then, she wondered if it was just part of getting older, or maybe even a side effect of her blood pressure pills. But nothing seemed to explain how often she needed to go. Here's the science. When blood sugar rises above a certain threshold, your kidneys try to filter out the excess by pulling more fluid from your blood. This fills your bladder more often. It can mean running to the restroom, losing sleep, and feeling embarrassed in social situations. It's more than inconvenient over time. It can lead to dehydration, electrolyte imbalances, and even kidney problems. Sarah's doctor listened carefully, connected the dots between her thirst, fatigue, and new bathroom habits, and ordered a blood test. Result? Type 2 diabetes caught just in time. Tips: track how often you urinate, especially at night. If it's interrupting your sleep or social life, don't dismiss it as just aging. Talk to your doctor, especially if paired with other symptoms here. Symptom 4. Unexplained weight loss when losing pounds isn't worth celebrating. We all hear messages that losing weight is good, but what if you're losing weight without trying? Meet James, 66, who had battled his waistline for years. Then suddenly he started dropping pounds fast. At first he was thrilled. He could fit into jeans he hadn't worn in decades. His friends complimented him. "What's your secret, James?" He just shrugged and laughed. "I guess it's my new metabolism." But he wasn't eating less. If anything, he felt hungrier. He noticed his shirts hung loose, his watch spun around his wrist. And yet, he felt weak, tired, and worried. Here's why this happens. With uncontrolled diabetes, your body can't use glucose for fuel. So it starts breaking down fat and muscle instead. The result? Rapid, unexplained weight loss, even while you're eating normally or more than usual. James's wife noticed his weight loss wasn't healthy, it was hollow, and made him look gaunt. They saw the doctor, and within a week, he was diagnosed with diabetes. Treatment helped him regain strength and stability. Unplanned weight loss can be a sign that your body is struggling, not thriving. Another viewer, Maria, wrote, "My mother lost 10 kilos in a year without dieting. We thought it was a good thing until she became so weak she could barely climb stairs. It turned out to be diabetes." If you or someone you love is losing weight for no reason, don't celebrate too soon, get checked. Tips: monitor your weight regularly, especially if you're not dieting. Rapid, unexplained weight loss is never normal after age 50. See your doctor for a full checkup, including blood sugar tests. Symptom 5. Blurry vision, the silent threat to your eyes. Have you ever rubbed your eyes and wondered, did my glasses get weaker overnight? Or noticed that your favorite book seems harder to read, even with bright light? Let's talk about Karen, 59, a passionate reader and crossword puzzle lover. She started squinting, holding books farther away, and blaming her old eyes. But then the world seemed to shift, street signs blurred. She struggled to thread a needle or read recipes. At first, she thought it was just age or dry air. But the blur came and went, sometimes worse after meals, sometimes better in the morning. It didn't make sense. Here's the science. High blood sugar changes the fluid balance in your eyes, causing the lens to swell and vision to blur. This can be temporary, But over time, uncontrolled diabetes damages tiny blood vessels in the retina, leading to lasting vision problems, even blindness. Karen's eye doctor spotted tiny hemorrhages during a routine exam, prompting a blood sugar check that revealed the truth: diabetes. Blurry vision isn't just a sign of age. It could be your eyes begging for help. A longtime viewer wrote, "I always thought my vision would decline with age, but I never expected it to change so quickly. Diabetes was the last thing on my mind." Tips: don't ignore new or worsening vision changes. See your eye doctor annually and mention any history of high blood sugar or diabetes in your family. Keep blood sugar under control to protect your eyes. We're halfway through our list, but remember, these symptoms often appear slowly, sometimes over years. They can be subtle, easy to explain away, or dismissed as just getting older. But the cost of ignoring them can be high. Symptom 6. Slow healing wounds when a small cut isn't so small. Meet Tom, 67, a proud gardener with the rough, calloused hands to prove it. He'd always shrugged off scratches and bug bites. "It'll heal, just give it time." But one spring, Tom noticed that a small scrape on his shin just wouldn't go away. A week passed. Then two. The skin stayed raw, red, and sore. A simple scratch turned into a stubborn scab. What's going on? Here's the science. Diabetes, especially when not controlled, damages small blood vessels and nerves. This slows the blood flow your body needs to deliver nutrients and white blood cells to wounds. Even a minor injury can become a long-term problem: infections, ulcers, or worse. Tom finally listened to his daughter and went to a clinic. The nurse took one look and ordered a blood sugar test. Tom's diagnosis came with a prescription for care: manage your blood sugar, take wound care seriously, and don't ignore injuries however small. Tips: clean cuts and scratches right away, don't wait. If a wound lasts more than a week or gets worse, see a doctor. Keep blood sugar in your target range, it's the best medicine for your skin. Symptom 7. Tingling or numbness when your hands and feet send silent messages. Let's talk about Anna, 62, a retired office worker who loved to knit. One winter, Anna noticed her fingertips seemed asleep. Sometimes it was pins and needles. Other times, a dull, icy numbness. She thought it was the cold or maybe arthritis. But soon, Anna found it harder to button her blouse, thread a needle, or even feel the ground beneath her toes. She stumbled more often, felt unsteady on stairs, and worried about falling. Here's the science. High blood sugar damages nerves, especially in the hands and feet. This is called peripheral neuropathy, and it's one of the most common complications of diabetes. Early on, it's just a nuisance. Over time, it can cause serious loss of sensation, pain, even ulcers and infections. Anna's doctor explained that catching neuropathy early and controlling blood sugar could slow or stop it from getting worse. Tips: check your feet daily for cuts, blisters, or color changes. Wear comfortable shoes and avoid going barefoot. Protect your feet. Mention any numbness, tingling, or pain to your doctor. Symptom 8. Frequent infections when your immune system needs backup. Elaine, 69, who had always been healthy, rarely sick, never missing her morning walk. But over 1 year, she seemed to catch every cold, cough, and bug going around. Even worse, she began battling frequent urinary tract infections, UTIs, yeast infections, and skin infections that would return no matter how carefully she washed. At first, she blamed bad luck or maybe her age. But the real culprit was lurking inside her blood sugar. Here's the science. Diabetes weakens your immune system, making it harder to fight off bacteria, fungi, and viruses. High blood sugar feeds infection-causing germs, creating a vicious cycle. Elaine's doctor noticed her pattern of frequent infections and ordered a diabetes screening. The test results finally made sense of her year-long struggle. Tips: notice any pattern of frequent or stubborn infections. Practice good hygiene, but don't rely on soap alone. See your doctor. Stay up to date on vaccinations and flu shots. Symptom 9. Mood changes and irritability, the secret diabetes symptom no one talks about. Here it is, the symptom that surprises even the experts. Mood swings, irritability, or even depression. Let's meet David, 56, a father of 3 who loved to joke and make everyone laugh. But his family noticed that over a few months, his spark dimmed. He became quick to snap, impatient with his kids, withdrawn at family dinners. Some nights, he'd sit alone, overwhelmed by a sadness he couldn't explain. David thought he was just stressed from work or maybe just getting old. But his wife saw something deeper. These mood changes weren't normal. After urging him to see a doctor, they learned his blood sugar was dangerously high. Here's the science. Blood sugar swings affect your brain as well as your body. Low blood sugar can make you shaky, anxious, even confused. High blood sugar can leave you tired, irritable, or down. Over time, unmanaged diabetes increases the risk for depression. No one tells you that a short fuse or feeling blue could be diabetes, but for many, it's the first clue. Tips: don't blame yourself or your loved one for mood swings. Look for physical causes. Keep a journal of your mood and energy patterns can reveal hidden health issues. If you're struggling, talk to your doctor or a mental health professional. Symptom 10. Darkened skin patches, your skin's hidden clue. Finally, let's talk about a symptom that often goes unnoticed or mistaken for something else. Dark, velvety patches of skin, usually around the neck, armpits, or groin. Meet Patricia, 63. She noticed the skin on the back of her neck getting darker and thicker, almost like a shadow that wouldn't wash off. At first, she thought it was just dirt, or maybe an allergy to a new necklace. But nothing seemed to help. Here's the science. This skin change is called acanthosis nigricans, and it's a sign that your body is struggling with insulin resistance, the earliest stage of diabetes. Patricia's doctor recognized the pattern and ordered blood tests. The results confirmed what her skin had been saying for months. Tips: look for skin changes in areas where skin folds or rubs together. Tell your doctor about any new or unusual skin patches. Early action can help reverse the trend. You might be thinking, aren't these just normal parts of aging? Aren't they too common to be dangerous? Here's the truth. Any one of these symptoms can be easy to explain away. We all get tired. We all forget things. Our moods go up and down. But diabetes is the master of disguise. It whispers, it hides, it pretends to be harmless. And yet the earlier you spot it, the easier it is to control. Early action means you can prevent the worst complications: heart disease, blindness, kidney failure, amputations. So if you recognized yourself or a loved one in even one of these stories, don't wait. A simple blood sugar test can give you answers and hope. How to take action today. 1. Don't panic, but don't ignore it. These symptoms are common, but they're not just life. 2. Track your symptoms. Write down what you're experiencing and for how long. 3. Talk to your doctor. Ask for a fasting blood sugar test or an A1C test. 4. Share this video. You could save a friend's or family member's life. 5. Join the conversation. Comment below with your experiences, questions, and concerns. Let me leave you with a story from our community. A viewer named Martha wrote in, "For years, I thought my constant tiredness and mood swings were just getting old. After watching your video, I asked my doctor for a test. Turns out I had diabetes and I caught it early enough to make a real change. Now I have my energy back, and my family has their mom back." That's the real power of knowledge shared, acted upon, and paid forward. So I want to hear from you. Which symptoms surprised you the most? Have you seen these signs in yourself or someone you love? What questions or fears are on your mind? Type your thoughts, stories, or questions below. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because next time we'll talk about the hidden dangers of prediabetes and the steps you can take to protect your future. Remember, your health is your greatest treasure. Don't let silence steal it from you. Stay curious, stay proactive, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care and thank you for watching.